If you want your dog to ignore, I don't know, the vacuum cleaner, or you want them to ignore another dog walking down the street, or you want them to ignore some cats or some birds at the park, show them what you want them to focus their attention on. Stay super calm. Don't look at the dog or the cat across the way and say, leave it. No, because you're adding so much energy to the thing over there. And dogs are incredibly sensitive. You know, if I'm talking to you like this and then I suddenly do that, you're going, "Ooh, what's he looking at?" There's nothing over there, by the way. But my eyes, you only have to look a little bit like that and the dog will see it. They'll feel your energy. Hey there, Doggy Dan here with another edition of Pup Dates. And today I wanted to share with you something which is kind of fast. It's kind of hilarious. It's the whole making a mountain out of a molehill, where we add our energy in the wrong place. And I've got a classic example of this, which happened with my son, but it's the same thing that can happen with dogs. When we're training our dogs and we actually end up focusing their attention on the thing we don't want them to do by making a drama and a big commotion about something. Kind of, I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Vinnie Jones is the character, and there's a couple of guys from Liverpool who are doing a burglary with big black curly wigs on their heads, and there's a point where they're trying to basically be quiet, do this burglary, but what happens is one of them starts shouting at the other one, calm down, and the whole point is he's anything but calm. And this is what we do. You know, you want somebody to be calm and you start screaming and shouting calm down. You're demonstrating the complete wrong energy. So something that I did with my son Stanley when he was very young, he's probably 2 years old. I was over on the beach, which is somewhere over that way. You might be able to hear the waves. But I was on the beach with my son, and I suddenly realized there was a helicopter coming. I could hear this noise. And I was like, wow, how wonderful. A helicopter's coming. My son's only 2.5, and he's going to see this helicopter come around the cliffs and do what it does, maybe pick up some water sample from the ocean or land on the golf course. And so I got my son, I was holding him, saying, Stanley, it's a helicopter, helicopter's coming, it's a helicopter. Exciting, kind of. I was making a big drama out of it. Well, this thing started to come closer and closer. It was suddenly there was this incredible noise above our heads, this huge helicopter flying overhead with its propellers flying around. It was pretty scary. Even I was thinking, gosh, it was a lot louder than I thought. Suddenly I looked at Stanley, burst into tears, clinging to me, kind of, oh, what are we going to do? I realized immediately what I'd done. I'd made this big mistake of making a mountain out of a molehill. You know, if you want someone to be scared or panicked or worried about something, unless they absolutely know it's a fun thing, and then you can get really excited. But if you want somebody to take it all in their stride and not panic, don't get all excited. Because the words that I was saying, it's a helicopter, how exciting, it's coming. The words themselves didn't really have any impact on Stanley. What did have an impact was my energy went from about a 1 or a 2 walking on the beach to a 9 or a 10. And he misinterpreted that for, we're in trouble, there's a problem. The good news is I knew what to do, how to correct it, which was I just immediately breathe out, calm down, stop looking at the helicopter. And I think I did something which I call the stick trick, which is basically, I looked on the ground and I basically went, oh, what's this? What's this over here? And I picked up a stick or something. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Look at this. And immediately I drew his attention down to the stick. I call it the stick trick because it literally works. I mean, with dogs, you pick up a good stick or a pine cone, my gosh, you've got the dog's attention. So where your attention goes, that's where the energy will flow. If you're panicking and looking up at a helicopter, it goes there. If you're looking down at the pine cone, that's where the energy and attention will go. So when you're with your dogs and your children, same thing. They're watching you. They're aware of everything. And if you want your dog to ignore, I don't know, the vacuum cleaner, or you want them to ignore another dog walking down the street, or you want them to ignore some cats or some birds at the park, show them what you want them to focus their attention on. Stay super calm. Don't look at the dog or the cat across the way and say, leave it. No, because you're adding so much energy to the thing over there. And dogs are incredibly sensitive. You know, if I'm talking to you like this and then I suddenly do that, you're going, oh, what's he looking at? There's nothing over there, by the way. But my eyes, you only have to look a little bit like that and the dog will see it. They'll feel your energy. I was actually once working with a lady who, her dog was reactive. And I'm sure the dog was going to be fine as it did a walk past my dog or another dog, and I was videoing it. But for some reason, the dog just reacted and leapt towards my dog and snarled. And I was like, why did it do that? On the replay, because we were videoing it, I watched her hand movement. She was holding the leash, and just at that second as she passed the other dog, her whole energy, the hand, it pulled like this, it tightened, and it pulled on the dog's leash around its neck, just that little bit. Just at the moment where she didn't want the dog to jump at the other dog, she tightened and pulled on the leash. You could hardly see it. I only spotted it because I had it on video and I could replay it again and again and zoom in. I could see this little pull. And just as she pulled it, the dog went, got it, boom, you're tightening, you're stressing. It gave the dog the message, the wrong message. So you have to mentally visualize. Otherwise, your subconscious body will kick in and do the thing that you don't want the dog to do. So visualize, learn to focus where you want the dog to be. Stay focused on that thing, relax, or focus your dog on something else other than the thing you want them to ignore. It's a powerful thing. Visualization, focusing your energy. So yeah, that's all for today. Remember that the energy will flow in the direction of where your focus is. Focus over there, that's where the energy is going to go. Alrighty, take care guys, have a great day, bye bye.